Good afternoon from the beautiful Gold Coast. As always, I just want to have a yarn today about how society and people want to keep most people below a line where they don't emerge to become powerful or a threat or something better than them. We've all heard of the tall poppy syndrome. It's very prevalent in our society and amongst human beings. Most human beings are that insecure, they don't encourage people to find their true greatness or their true power in their lives. They want to keep people down where they don't appear that they're better than them or they don't achieve in life. People feel very threatened by others who are out of the box and who seem to do well in their lives. You'll hear statements like, don't get too beside yourself. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't be too happy about it. You never know what can happen. Yeah, just settle it down. Keep yourself in control. Keep yourself not beyond any great things and especially people that are close to you. They're the main culprits that want to keep people intact, and they don't want others to become more than what other people feel threatened by. And hey, I've done it too in the past, because I was so insecure that I wasn't aware that I was doing it. But I realised how threatened I was by people that I perceived to be going okay in life, or I perceived that had more than me, or I perceived that were more attractive than me, or I perceived that they had more from a materialistic point of view and an emotional point of view with families. And it's an issue where if you're not aware of it, and being aware of yourself that can behave in those areas too, where you're not aware that you're talking in ways where you're not encouraging people to be the best as they can. Understanding that it's okay to be jealous. It's okay, to feel insecure. It's okay that you see people that are going good in life, and you want that also. But what's not okay is how you act towards it. It's not okay to put people down. It's not okay to say things that's going to affect other people's self-esteem, or laugh at people, or saying that they're not good enough, or judging people on what they're doing. That's just an inadequacy within yourselves that we do that. And as I said, I've done it too. But when I was aware of it, I was aware when I was doing it. And it's so much better to wish people the best, even that you haven't got the best that you feel in your life. Wish people nice things, encourage them to go for their dreams, encourage people to go for their desires and their aspirations, and support people with uplifting words and optimist words and positive words and encouragement. Be very aware of the put downs of other people, because it's something less within yourself that I found that can keep us, or keep me and you. It can keep you from finding your own true betterment in your life. If you forever focus on other people and putting out there that you're trying to disempower people to find their happiness and their peace of mind, the chances of you finding yours is going to be probably a little bit minimal. So the way I overcome being negative towards other people and having the tall poppy syndrome was I become aware of how much I didn't like being put down. I didn't like when people said, "Oh, you'll never go amount to nothing," or people were sarcastic to me, or people were insensitive to me. I didn't like people laughing at me. But what it gave me, it gave me insight to how we all operate at times in our lives. And the way to overcome putting other people down and keeping other people at a lower level of energy and creation, because true achieving your goals is just creation. You create something better than what you had previously. And the way I did it was I become aware that I was doing it. And the more I encouraged others and seen other people grow, the better I felt. I felt better to see other people do well in their lives. Not at first, like I had a low self-esteem, and I'm not saying that everybody's self-esteem's low because they criticise and make fun or they feel threatened by other people. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that it keeps you at a lower scale also when you approach other people and you're not aware that you're doing it. So I think you need to be aware of what you say and how you conduct yourself in interactions, in relationships with other people and yourself. It can be very subtle, putting people down and not encouraging people. But I believe that we all know when we do it. Making fun of people, we know that when you laugh at people and you see that they're being affected by that, or when we say words to people like, "Oh, do you think, you really think you're good enough to do this?" Or do you think that you're going to achieve this in your life? Have a second thought about that. Maybe you can't do it. That's not encouraging. Encouraging is understanding that, hey, my life mightn't be exactly where I want it at the moment, but I'm not going to put other people down if they're motivated to succeed in their life, and if they're motivated to get something or be something or take risks or, have a life where it gets them optimistic when they talk about it. I remember my father, he used to call me Alice in Wonderland. "Oh, what's it going to be today, Alice? What's Alice got to say? You'll never amount to nothing. You'll never be anything. You'll just be like us, stuck in a housing commission estate and unemployed. Who do you think you are?" Well, I realised that when I started getting in touch with my own feelings and taking responsibility for myself, and my thoughts and behaviours and actions, I knew I was a little bit more than that. But God bless that, and God bless the people that try and put you down and disencourage you and offer pessimism when they're in communication with you. If it wasn't for knowing this stuff, I don't know if you can emerge from it. But I think it's really important to always, wish good for people and wish people happiness and wish people a good life and wish people the hope that they feel. And I think that's where happiness comes from also. Well, a part of it is that when you have people that are encouraging to how you feel, you do become happy. You do become a lot more positive. You do become a lot more optimistic. So that's another thing as a takeaway from this, like it's who you surround yourself with too. You don't want to go surrounding yourself with people, especially from your past, if you've had a rough upbringing, because, they're unconsciously not going to want you to emerge. And they don't do it intentionally, they do it because they're at a lower end in their life and at a lower energy field. They can't help it, they haven't come out of it. So, watch your association and be aware if you do it, because if you do it, the chances are people are going to do it back to you. Whatever we put out, as you probably have heard, it comes back to us. So it's really important to be aware that if you do want to be encouraged, number one, start encouraging people and be aware if you're putting people down. Number two, as I said, be very aware of past associations and the people that you've mixed with in the past. Because if they're from a tough place, the chances are they're not going to want you to emerge out of it. Also, be motivated. Like if you feel like people are putting you down and not encourage you to be something better than you are, or for your dreams and your goals, just really be aware of it, and be aware of how damaging it can be, and be aware that there's a lot of motivation factors within that when people hurt you in that way, and they feel that that they want to discourage you. That's a good motivation for you to want to go beyond that kind of person and those kinds of opinions, and stand up for yourself and push forward. It's a great motivator. And that's, again, I'm not going to divert away from it, but that's where all kind of struggle is a great motivator. But yeah, always encourage people, encourage people to do their best, encourage strangers to have a great life, encourage, people you don't know with upbeat confidence and upbeat optimism. But you need that within yourself, so it does start within. So, how do you arrive there personally if you're not that kind of person? Well, you gotta change it. You gotta change your behaviour towards it. That's the only way you can get it. You don't get it by, if nothing changes, nothing changes. You don't get it by not acting differently. So it's really important that you're aware of what you're doing and how you're acting, because your behaviour and your actions can keep you in a prison. And you don't have to go to jail to be in a prison. As a matter of fact, when you're in jail, at least you can see the bars. In the prison that I'm talking about, when you're not aware of what you're doing, you can't even see the bars. And that's a worse prison. So encourage people, and be very optimistic, and be very positive, and find it within yourself. There's a lot of stuff on YouTube you can listen to every single day about positivity, and find what makes you optimistic. And if you're looking at stuff of motivation and change and looking to better yourself, like we're all different individually. What works for me isn't going to work for you, and what works for somebody else isn't going to work for you, and it just keeps going down the line. Keep searching. Keep searching to find that optimism. Keep searching to find that feels good, or I believe in what that person said, or I like what I hear there. Keep motivated, and when you find it, keep watching it, and keep watching it every day. And whatever you do, don't think that you can't get optimistic, and don't think that you can't live in hope. If you search hard enough, and if you're aware of what you say, and if you put yourself down, or you put other people down, or you feel threatened by what other people say, that's a good thing, because that shows you need to take a look at yourself and change. So always encourage people, and it'll come back. And as I said, there's a lot of stuff on YouTube, and seek and you'll find. You will find it. It'll come to you. You look after yourself and take care now. God bless you. Take care. Thank you.